and I teach environmental science at a school in Providence. And the first year I ran land science, I didn't frame it at all. We basically had somebody in from the Massachusetts Audubon to talk a little bit about it, gave them their letters that you get from the land science, and we said go. And even for my pretty high-powered seniors, there was like flurry of like, I don't know what's going on, and how do I do this, and what am I doing? And especially for my type A personalities who needed to know everything very specifically. And since I hadn't run it before, I just kind of said, well, figure it out. So I decided though this year I was doing a different class. It's a semester class. It's called Local Environmental Science. And I wanted to frame it better because they haven't had as much background in environmental science because I'm running it in the fall instead of the spring. And so I wanted to give them a little bit more background. And I think it was real successful. So I first put a series of videos that I just found online and had them watch. So one was from the city of Portland, Oregon, talking about all the things they've done to green their city and why they've done it and what changes they've made and why they're so proud of their city and how it looks now. And then since we're in Providence, I had them watch from the tourism department information about Providence, and it actually had no words. It just was images and music. But of course, they're only showing the most beautiful, organized parts of Providence. Then I had them watch a video on what does a city planner do, and it was like people's hands. Much about these videos, just a little bit. And then the next day in class, what I had them do is I set them on a task to go really look at their campus. We are, pre-primary through kindergarten, through high school. And I just told the students, I want you to walk around and look at the structure of your school. What is the design elements? Why is a building placed where it is? Why is there a sidewalk where there is? Why is there a bathroom on every floor? Like, why would that be important? But then I also want them to think of things that are a little bit less, architectural. Like what things make you feel good? Like what design elements make you comfortable? And what design elements make you anxious or nervous, and really see the campus in a different way? And I said, and come back with 20 observations. And it was really fun when they came back to talk about what they'd actually seen. Some of the things they said were like, well, they got little chairs and little tables in second grade because they got little people. They talked about that they didn't like, there's a faculty room that has a window that looks out into the student union. And they said, that's uncomfortable. We feel like we're being watched. Like that window shouldn't be there. And so that was really fun to get them thinking about design and structure and how you put even something like a campus together. And then a couple days before the run, I had a representative from Massachusetts Audubon and a representative from Providence Parks and Works come talk about their background. How is land science intersecting with their jobs? Why are they interested in this? Because one of the questions my students had and so we were able to have with a teacher, a person from Audubon, and a person from Providence Parks and Rec, the three of us were able to really talk about how land science touches on things that we, all three of us, are really concerned about and how they intersect our jobs, which seem to be very disparate. And the students really picked up on our energy. The three of us, we're just really passionate about this, and to see three people engaging and having a communication, it's just not crazy teacher that's standing up saying like, this is so cool. It was three people saying, this is so cool, that they actually bought into it. And so they were ready to go, and they really took to it with a lot less stress. They jumped into tasks quicker. There was no complaining, which is great. And they just seemed engaged a lot quicker. So I'm glad I did some of this prep work before, that even a teacher that's never done land science before can do these things. You don't have to know the specific details of how to run the game to introduce the concepts of design and structure and why it might be interesting or fun to learn about. So I hope your runs go well and you come up with interesting ways to frame your runs as well.